What is up, everybody? It's Tallyboy719, your host here, and here is another guest, Gamedog. What is up, my boy?
What's going on, my doggy?
Man, nothing much, man. You know, just living life, living life. How's your life?
Yeah, you know,
Heck yeah, man.
it's going all right. You know, can't complain, my boy.
Hey, can't complain, man. Let's get started, man. So I heard your music, man, and I hear that you released a couple singles the other day, man. You mind talking about those singles that you released?
Well, the most recent one that I released, it's called High in the Clouds. You know, the producer is he goes by Lethal Needle. You know, it's a dope ass producer. You know, I love his beats, but you know, it's got the homegirl Rexa and the homie Young J Jr. You know, he's a dope ass fool. You know, he's always consistent. You know, both of them, they're dope as fuck. You know,
Man, that's right, my boy.
yeah, it was alright.
I was gonna ask, man, is it okay if you can tell us where you're from, man? Like what city, what part of the East Coast, West Coast, you know, any part of the region that you're from?
Yeah. Well, I don't say my exact location, you know, but I'm from
Yeah, this.
but you know, I am from the East Coast, you know.
Oh man, that's dope.
Yeah. I'm from the East Coast, you know, a lot of my influences, you know, come from the West Coast, you know.
I was gonna say, man, your style is so West Coast, man. I was like,
Yeah.
I assumed, man, and I think I'm wrong for assuming, but I thought you were like from California, you know, what I mean, like Nevada, Arizona, like those types of regions. You know what I mean? I was like, dang.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, it's just I mean, I love the East Coast, man, but you know, I just got left for the West Coast as well.
Heck yeah, man. So like you said, like you have a lot of West Coast influencers. What are the artists that you think actually motivated you or inspired you to do music?
Well, growing up, you know, shit's crazy because, you know, I live in the East Coast. You know, both my parents, they come from Mexico, you know, so it's like all over the place. But, you know, I'd say rapper wise, I'd say Eminem and Quinto Sol. Both those were, I think, the ones that really, you know, got me into, you know, the rapping thing, you know, or interested into rap.
Man, Quinto Sol, they're actually a very good group, man. I
Yeah,
listen to them. I've listened to them, man, since I was like probably around 9 years old, something like
yeah,
that. I'm 21 now, but man, that's been a long time. That's been what more than 10 years that I've been listening to them. But yeah, it's like
yeah,
Quinto Sol and Eminem. Well, obviously, you know, he's probably the king, the king of rap. But yeah, man. So that's dope. That those were your influencers. Let's talk about the production, man. You mentioned the producer's name. Um, does he? How did you meet the producer? Is it like through
no,
like social media?
no, I actually I never met him. It was just off of YouTube, you know.
Oh, okay, okay.
I found his beats over YouTube, you know, and I was just scrolling, and he's got hella dope beats. He's a dope ass producer.
Heck yeah, man. Because I was listening to the production. I was like, man, this dude. I didn't know if it was you that was producing or if it was someone else, but I was like, man, those beats are so
Nah, I wish,
like.
I wish. I want to get into the beat production, the mixing, you know, all of that shit. I want to learn how to do it, you know.
Oh heck yeah, man. I think all of us, most of us rappers anyway, or most of us local artists, we kind of wish of doing like the beat production, like the instrumentals. I think that's part of our mission, you know. Like
Yeah,
instead of buying from like so many people, sometimes you can do it yourself. But sometimes it's actually good to, you know, have a producer, you know, someone that
yeah,
has a good talent.
yeah.
So
It's
yeah, man,
like
that's awesome.
yeah, it's like the same thing where, you know, there are people that are good at rapping, and there are others that, you know, do better at beat production. You know, it goes in that type of way.
And that type of pattern, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh, do you say that you go like more like, do you rap better in English or in Spanish?
Fuck. Shit, I don't know. I do both, honestly, you know, but you know, I don't know if heard a couple of my snippets, but I kind of like to, I guess, kind of rap fast. I don't know what you want to call it, but when you do that quick, fucking, I don't know what's it called. I think some people call it young tongue twisting, so I'm gonna call it tongue twisting.
Oh, okay.
When it comes to like tongue twisting, I like to do Spanish, because when you rap in Spanish, it's hella easy. But I do both. I think I like to rap in English more.
Oh, okay, okay. So if it's like faster, it's in a more like in Spanish, but like if it's regular rap, it's in English.
Well, it's either ways, but it's easier for me to do it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
cause I heard that one song, "Keeping It Old School." I think it was with featuring Damien Royal. I heard you go back and forth, and I was like, man, that's my type of music. Cause I like Spanglish
Yeah.
personally, and there are people that rather listen to English or rather listen to Spanish, but there are some people that like to listen to Spanglish, and that's what I really liked about it. I was like, man, this dude. But yeah, I see that you featured the homie Damien Royal. I was gonna ask, man, how did you meet him?
Yeah. He's a dope ass fool, man. Honestly, I don't know how I met him. I probably met him through Instagram. I probably followed him, because he likes to he promotes himself, in a lot of platforms, so I'm sure I probably met him through there. I thought he was a dope ass fool, and I recently went live with him, and I told him, something that I really felt, about him is that he's always fucking supporting, no matter whether you're fucking big, you're small, you always see that motherfucker, showing love, so that's
Oh, heck yeah.
yeah, that's a good quality of a person,
Remember when I met Damien Royal, man? Uh, it's like a lot of us are like, somehow meeting Damien. It's the funny thing because a lot of the artists that I work with, they're like, hey, man, you know Damien? I'll be like, heck yeah, man, I know Damien Royal. But the way I met him was through another artist, and it was weird, man. It was a trip because I was somehow following him already, and I didn't know that it was him. It's like, dang, this dude, he's like everywhere. He's working with new artists, old artists, promoting himself, freestyling, and it's just dope. You know what I mean? So I think that's pretty cool, man. Do you have any more like features that you're working with? Any more people that you're working with currently?
Right now, not really, especially because, I got work, and I'm kind of busy right now, but, any time that I got, I always try to, work on my music. But, any features that I got, going on right now, not really. I was actually gonna ask you, I wanna feature, I wanna have, I heard your song, I think it's called Crazy for Love, and there was like a guy singing, and I fucking love the hook, and just the song overall was dope as fuck, dog. But I
Oh,
heard
thanks, man.
hell yeah, and I heard the hook, the guy, and that shit was dope as fuck, man. And I got this one song that I just started working on today, and I was gonna ask you if I could get his what's it called?
His information.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, man. I'll let you know, man. It was Crazy for Love, you said, right?
All right. Yeah, with Crazy for Love.
Yeah, I'll let you know, my boy.
Yeah.
Like you said that you've been working a lot. What outside of music do you like to do, man? Like, like any hobbies, any like something else that sometimes you do with your free time?
Probably working out, dog. I love to work out, man.
Oh, heck yeah, man. Hey, what kind of music do you listen to when you're working out, man?
When I'm working out, shit, everything, man. Going from Zap, all the old school Chicano rappers, all of them,
Oh, heck yeah, man.
Yeah.
For real, man. So, speaking about Chicano rap, what are your thoughts about the Chicano rap game? Because, there's a lot of Chicano rappers. Actually, I think there are way more Chicano rappers. There are way more rappers in the Chicano community than any other community, right? What are your thoughts in the rap game for Chicanos? Like, why is it so like different from other communities?
I mean, it has its own style, It a lot of our people, love Chicano rap, because it's something we relate to more. gravitate more to, because it's our culture.
The other question I was gonna ask, man, what do you think about raza saying the N word?
Well, coming from somebody who was raised in the East Coast, I grew up with a lot of blacks, a lot of Puerto Rican, Dominican, Jamaican, Haitians. There's not that many Mexicans out here, but the Mexicans that are here, and the Hispanics in general, they all say the N word. Me personally, I don't. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of used to a bit when I was younger, until I kind of I grew out of it. I matured, and I realized it's not really my thing. But I don't, I personally, I think it depends. Where you grew up in. If it's if you're a Mexican who grew with a lot of Mexicans, and not that many blacks or not enough blacks, then I do kind of find it a little weird, and I could understand why some other the older people get mad at it, because but it all depends where you're from. You're a product of your environment. If you grew up with blacks, then even though I don't really like seeing my people say it, it's understandable.
And it's not like to make anybody, just to put this out there, it's not to make anybody feel uncomfortable or uncomfortable. It's just that I like to ask this question a lot, especially to rappers that are raza. You know what I mean? It's not like to make anybody just like feel bad about themselves. It's just that I like to listen to different opinions. Like, would you say it or would you not say it? Stuff like that. And it's just to any age, learn about their own raza. Like, why is it like the older generation doesn't say the N word? Why is some of the newer generation saying it? Why is it sometimes, yes and no? Like, it makes that little balance. And it's just, it's good to know things. Good to, it's not like it's bad if you know it. Just as long as you know about it, it can be useful. So just to put that out there for all the raza that probably doesn't like me asking that question to rappers, it's just good. I just like to ask that.
Yeah, and
you know what I mean?
Coming from, like I said, the East Coast, I guess you could say I kind of know a bit of both worlds. So, I understand from both worlds,
What kind of other music do you like to listen to besides hip hop?
Listen to funk, I used to be I used to like alternative rock, punk rock, I used to be into all of that shit,
Oh, heck yeah, man.
Yeah.
Me, myself, when I was little, I listened to a lot of Tejano music because my dad's from Texas. He's a Native American from Texas. And he grew up with Pachucos. He grew up with Chicanos and Tejanos. So that Tejano music, that conjunto vibe, just, stuck with him. And it passed on to me, I think, because that's like the music that I automatically gravitate to. And like you said, oldies are like so, it's like you must, like you must listen to it because it's Chicano, basically. And that's what it feels like to me. Maybe not for other people, but I like listening to oldies and stuff. A lot of like rock and roll that kind of influenced my music a little bit too. So that's pretty cool, man. About the music that you listen to. Would you ever release an album?
An album? Hell yeah, but probably not soon. Cause I explained it in my life before that out. I I don't consider myself, like good like that. I consider myself more like a student. I wanna learn, more. I wanna better my craft, I wanna work on my lyrics, everything. I wanna know that I'm good, I wanna have my music, well engineered, mix, master, work with producers, I wanna, make my first album sound good, I don't just wanna, drop, an album just to drop it,
All right, I see your point.
Yeah, so right now, I'm just doing, singles, features, just, doing my thing.
That's right, my boy. And the other question that I was gonna ask, it was when is your next release, do you think?
My next release, well, probably the one that I told you about. The one where I would want your own boy to sing on it. Probably that one.
Oh, all right, man. Yeah, no problem. Sounds like you have
Actually,
it laid out,
yeah,
planned.
that and actually, I guess just to throw it in, if y'all, I got this project going on with Mr. Little One. I was able to get in touch with him a few months ago. Big shout outs to him.
Shout out to Mr. Lil One.
I reached out to him. I sent him a couple videos. And he fucked with it. He offered me, a spot to be in his compilation, which obviously, I had to pay. So I paid for my spot. So I'm just waiting for the song to drop, dog. He's in the middle of an album right now. But we're just waiting to get that song dropped. It's called Insomnia, and yeah.
Man, that sounds pretty dope, man. Like with Mr. Lil One, that's probably one of the pioneers of Chicano rap.
Big
It's
time.
like total legend right there.
Hell yeah.
So like the fact that you got in touch with him, that sounds pretty dope. That sounds pretty cool. So, all right, man, I think this is a good stopping point. And if God willing, later in the future, we can do a part 2. That'd be pretty dope. And we're going to probably give it time, so that a little bit of time can pass, a little bit of activity can happen. And then let's see what goes on from there. You know what I mean?
Sounds good, my doggy.
All right, everybody. It's Tallyboy719. This is Gamedog. Shouts out to everybody and peace.